Cole.
Hope you're ready for the sad shit.
Okay. Or you're gonna learn that the city was attacked, or attacked out.
You're gonna learn that you can't catch Pikachu until Gen 4.
But here's some kind of black hand.
Maybe. Here we go. This is the movie if you missed it.
Of his family died.
Yeah. Just the play-by-play. Obviously not the full movie.
That's what's happening right now.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the point in the story where the movie takes place. But you should just watch it before the game, I would say. That's Gladio's dad, he just, the one they threw.
Mario's dad.
No, he's dead. He was the one that the bad guy threw.
Star Wars.
R.I.P. Papa Regis.
Hey, morning.
Where's Specs? Should be back any minute now. What's that look for?
It's in all the papers.
What is?
Insomnia Falls.
What? This your idea of a joke?
I need you to calm down so I can explain.
I'm as calm as I'm gonna get.
There was an attack. The Imperial Army has taken the Crown City.
As Treaty Room tempers flared, blast lit the night sky. When the smoke about the Citadel had cleared, the king was found dead.
No, wait. Hold on.
We had no way of knowing
What? Knowing what?
that the signing was last night. That
But
insomnia...
the wedding! Altisha!
I know. That was the plan. Yet the reports of the invasion are all the same. How could every headline in the kingdom be wrong?
Lies.
If only.
What else do we know? Well, then we can't be sure until we see it with our own eyes.
And that means we go back to Insomnia.
Might not be safe for us there.
Might not be safe for us here.
Turn back?
Yeah.
So they're going back.
To take a look at the city for themselves, see if it really went down.
You didn't tell me this part.
It's not what you're thinking. Also, I didn't tell you this part because you should have just played the game. You fool!
Yeah, but I'm not spending $20 on a garbage game.
If you had a PS4, I could give you... I literally have an extra copy of the game I could give you, but it's not for Xbox.
Yeah, so we trade that one in and get an Xbox One.
Fair.
I mean, it's possible.
I actually should hit up Chris and tell him to put that aside for me, because I don't know what he did with it. I wanted to Chris to play, but obviously Chris is Chris, he never played it.
Yeah. That's what
I only ever had to actually stop and like stop playing the game and level up specifically after I had gotten to the last area where the final boss is. I never had to like stop and level up to beat something in the story. You can overcome it pretty easily just by your own skill. You can literally beat this whole game at level 1 actually.
Can Faith stop a fleet of Imperial dreadnoughts?
Just give it a rest.
My old man had plenty of faith.
Enough.
The Empire lied. They betrayed us.
Conjecture gets us nowhere.
$8.
We're searching for truth.
All you'll find are lies. Like that ceasefire.
Look at the size of those things.
Imperial dreadnoughts. They transport soldiers, namely the Magitech infantry.
The robots?
Mass-produced humanoid weapons of warfare, to be more precise.
Doesn't look like they'll be signing that peace treaty. Up ahead!
The Xbox version.
They've set up an inspection point.
If the road head's blocked, then we
You can
find
come
a
back
way
here
around.
later and fight all these guys. You can't get into the city or anything, but you can take out everybody at the inspection point. I guess it'd be too easy at the point I'm at. I guess I could. Nothing's stopping me. There's a secret dungeon just past them. You don't have to beat them to get to it or anything, but I mean,
Let's make a detour. There ought to be a decent vantage point up ahead.
I guess this is kind of a dungeon, but there's like actually like a dungeon that's like end game content over behind the checkpoint.
There they are. You want to take them out?
Oh yeah. Those scrap heaps are gonna wish they had a treaty to protect them.
Say your prayers.
Want some?
Yeah.
No, until the end of the game. Yeah. Kind of wish they made it explorable, but it makes sense with the story.
We should seek a vantage
Not at this point in the game.
the hill.
What the hell? Surprise, motherfucker. I'm gonna drop goons for us to fight? That's what I thought.
So these are MTs.
Empty humanoid soldiers, soulless, masses.
This one's just for you.
Thanks. I made it myself.
As the ceasefire discussions between the two nations, all provisional terms have been suspended in light of recent developments. Moreover, in the wake of the news of King Regis' death, we've now received word that Crown Prince Noctis and the Oracle Lunafreya have also been pronounced dead.
Keep it on.
Don't bother!
Lily King's dead.
They also said that Noctis and Luna were dead. Clearly we know at least one of those people is alive right now. So, what's the truth? What's the truth and what's a lie? Fun fact, the original Final Fantasy 15 concept, Final Fantasy Versus, The idea was that Noctis kills Luna at the beginning of the game, and she's been dead for the whole game, but he's like, doesn't know if he's awake or dreaming the whole time, so he keeps having these dreams of her and thinks that she's actually alive, and you don't find out till the end that you killed her in the beginning of the game.
Listen, I'm heading out to Hammerhead. About the king. It's true.
So, kill Luna?
In the original concept for Final Fantasy 15, when it was so-called Final Fantasy Versus, the idea was that Noctis kills Luna in the beginning of the game, and he doesn't know if he's awake or asleep the whole game, so every time you see her, it's just a dream, and you don't find out until the end of the game that you actually killed her at the beginning. Yeah.
What did the Marshal have to say?
Said he'd be at Hammerhead.
And the king?
That's a great shot. If you use the glitch, the same glitch to get out to the island, you can follow the water all the way around to the side and get to like just the edge of the city. Can't get in though, sadly. But you can go out of bounds in Insomnia, the city. Once you get to the end of the game, there's a glitch in the middle of the final boss fight, so you can go explore bits and pieces. Not in the full game. He doesn't actually in this, but in the original concept, that was what was gonna happen.
It's hard enough, but so what do you do with New Year's, bro?
Playing this.
I feel bad for you, son.
What are you doing? Sitting in your basement?
Bro, well, I wanted to. No, I'm gonna play GTA 5. No, I don't actually die.
Same. Probably like 2:30. I'm gonna go out and make the pizza rolls. I'll bring them in here. We can eat them. Only watch 10 hours of cutscene.
Like, 2:30 I'll leave.
Caught him.
You think I'm wrong?
I mean, it's in not even 15 minutes, so you should start walking now.
Yeah, I'll be home. I'm actually listening. I'll leave. Oh, so that wasn't his book?
Yeah, it was. Remember how the dog showed up and he read what Luna said and then wrote his own thing?
Yeah.
The dog brought it to Luna. That's what that was.
Don't suppose the Crown's Guard is still active.
I wouldn't count on it. Not with the Marshal out here.
I wonder how things are in the city.
There should be reports before long.
Yeah, something this big can't go ignored.
And what about us? What do we do?
We make for Hammerhead now, and figure the rest out later. Got a message from my sister. She's with refugees.
If Noctis is in
bound
the
for
driver's
Restall.
seat, then I can freely control it, but if
Well,
it's
at least
Ignis,
Iris
then
is okay.
it's usually
Yeah.
auto.
Doesn't sound like everyone else was so lucky, though.
We'd best make haste. Not
We can freely control the camera, though.
No going
You
back.
can do different
Only way
different
forward.
angles, and I can obviously just move the stick.
No going back. Let's go.
Hey,
Glad y'all made it. No weather for driving, that's for sure.
Oh, thanks.
Where's Cor?
Left to see the business. And left y'all a message with Pawpaw.
Yeah?
Boss ain't sat still 1 second since he heard y'all were coming.
Take his money.
Crystal and the King's Ring. what they've been after all along.
So all talk of peace was merely a pretext.
They played my father for a fool.
Don't kid yourself. Reggie wasn't born yesterday. Lucius got dealt a losing hand, and your old man played it the best he could. He saw this coming a mile away, and he wasn't gonna go down without a fight. In the end, though, well, it just wasn't enough. You need something else, you talk to Core. I can't even remember the last time I saw Reggie. Feels like a lifetime ago.
Yeah, he's one of the 4 for his dad, or one of the 3 for his dad. There's a picture of them. Yeah, there was Sid, this guy named Wescom that we'll meet later. Gladio's dad from that cutscene from the movie. No. And then they also had Core, the guy we're going to meet, so they technically had 5 guys on their team.
Said he'll wait for you in the tombs. They're to the northwest of here.
But also, I guess we kind of have Core, so I think it's kind of the same thing where it's just like a temporary 5th member. There's like 3 temporary team members in this game, so I think Core is like basically that for Nox's dad's group, who wasn't really a member, like the same way like Iggy or Sid would be, you know. So Wescom, who we haven't met yet, was like basically the Ignis, the advisor to the group, but he used guns like Prompto. Sid was like the Prompto of the group, but he used spears like Iggy does occasionally. Iggy usually uses knives, but he uses spears and katanas as his backup. And then Claris, which is Gladio's dad, used a great sword, and he was the same thing, like the shield of the king. He just pretty much is literally the Gladio of the group.
This is far from over.
Look how beautiful this is. God damn.
So, they definitely worked hard for the 10 years they took.
This must be the outpost Sid mentioned.
Yeah, looks like a hub for hunters.
Maybe they know something.
Your Highness, I'm glad you're safe.
Monica, where are all the others?
Most of the Crown's Guard didn't make it. It was all we could do to escort Lady Iris out of the city. Dustin is with her as we speak, seeing her the rest of the way to Lestallum.
I owe you guys big time.
Head for the Royal Tomb. The Marshal awaits.
Across the land, still blossoms from Tenebrae can be seen displayed in memoriam. With no remains to mourn, throngs have gathered in Altissia to pay their respects. Many offering prayers at a vigil held before the wedding dress Lady Luna Freya went to wear. While some hold out hope the Oracle still lives, a grim silence continues to linger.
keep up with this guy.
First the Crown City, then Hammerhead, then the Royal Tomb?
His nickname should have been Kor the Restless.
Somehow not as catchy as Kor the Immortal.
Making it out of Insomnia only adds to his legend.
Well, fortune favors the bold.
Huh?
The wise make their own luck.
You think it's a coincidence he's made it out of all those battles alive?
No room for error.
Last thing I need now. Eyes peeled, mouth closed.
Wonder what drew him to the Royal Tomb.
A morbid curiosity for the late kings of Lucis. Only one way to find out.
No use hanging around here.
Indeed.
How many times?
Enough talk. Time for some action.
A tomb fit for royalty.
Let's go in and find the Marshal.
Onward.
Yep.
King me, baby.
Marshal. At last, Your Highness.
Yeah. Tell me what I'm here for.
The power of kings passed from the old to the new through the bonding of souls. One such soul lies before you. To claim your forebear's power is your birthright and duty as king.
My duty as king of what?
Now is not the time to question your calling. A king is sworn to protect his people.
And yet he chose to protect only one prince. Was that his calling? Forsake the masses to spare his own son?
How long will you remain the protected? The king entrusted the role of protector to you.
Entrusted it to me? Then why didn't he tell me that? Why did he stand there smiling as I left? Why? Why did he lie to me?
That day, he didn't want you to remember him as the king. In what time you had left, he wanted to be your father. He always had faith in you, that when the time came, you would ascend for the sake of your people.
Guess he left me no choice.
So normally here, each time he absorbs a sword, you only see that and whatever swords you had before, but since it's New Game Plus, one of the things you keep, obviously, is your weapons. So every cutscene where I get one of the old King's swords, I'll have all of them already. So normally there'd only be one sword spinning around me at this point in the game. But there was all of them because it's a New Game Plus.